Hello everyone, good morning and good evening. This is Kiran Edupuganti from Revolutionize Automation. The folks who don't know about my profile, they can go through my portfolio site and at Revolutionize Automation. Get to know about my profile and my analysis and workouts from my channel and portfolio site. Let's get into the today's topic. These are the quick my channel objectives. You can go through at Revolutionize Automation channel and get to know about the details. And I'm skipping these particular objectives. The topic that I'm going to show you today is on the the trends. So this is also related to the coding with AI agent, and let's get into the topic. So the topic that I have today is GitHub Copilot. If you see the 3 weeks back, the part of 50th celebrations of Microsoft, they have announced various new the products and the features from their the product suite. So one among them is GitHub. They introduced the Copilot, which integrating with the all leading code editors. So for Java, JavaScript based editors, they have their own in-house open source IDE, that is Visual Studio Code. So it has they also provided the integration. In addition to that one, there are other IDEs also they have provided. So I thought of putting this particular thing so that it will be useful in the corporates where the automation using the Visual Studio Code, particularly for the Playwright. Okay, so I'm going to describe this particular GitHub Copilot by using the Playwright, how this particular Copilot interface is integrated with the VSCode and how it is going to generate the Playwright. I'm going to give an introduction on this one. And this is the first session in this series on GitHub Copilot, and definitely I'm going to publish valuable information on GitHub Copilot with respect to the Playwright automation, how it is relevant to the code delivery, and how it will be useful day-to-day activities specific to the Playwright automation. Okay, so let's move ahead. Basically, we call it as the vibeautomation coding. Vibeautomation code is nothing but performing the coding with AI. So generating the coding using the LLMs. Okay, so basically this Copilot is integrated the various LLMs. So based on the prompt in the form of vibe, so we are giving and it generates the particular task and give the response to the end user as per the given intention. Okay, so like other coding assistants that I have the published in the 2024, for example, if you see the assistant in the JetBrains IDE. So similar to that one only, GitHub Copilot is introduced various features. In addition to that one, there are other advanced features related to the LLMs. How that is useful for the coding and website development and database related and automation related stuff. Okay, so let's see what this particular Copilot has. So we have GitHub Copilot, how it is. What are its key features? I'm going to give you overview on this one. So basically, it will provide the three major functions. One is ask, edit, and agent. Ask is the one, so you can ask about the particular method, or you can ask about just general purpose question, or you can ask about what is the best practices for the coding related, those kind of things that you can do it. You don't need to switch over to the other interface and find out, but as it is integrated, and you'll get all the information. And coming to the edit mode is a very cool feature from the GitHub Copilot side. You can edit multiple files at a time, so using this particular feature. And the third one is the agent, which is the very highlight in this particular GitHub Copilot release. So agent is nothing but nothing but performing a certain task autonomously. Okay, you don't need user intervention. It is automatically take the inputs, and it will divide the entire inputs into the smaller task and perform the operations. Okay, fully in the autonomous mode. Okay, this kind of feature is not in the other assistants, but agent mode in the 2025 is picking up on the autonomous side from the various vendors. In addition to that one, I am going through other RPA tool stack as well. There also I have seen agents, and definitely in future I'm going to publish the valuable sessions on agents concepts and how we can leverage these agents from the various vendors. Okay, so this is about the three key core features from the GitHub side. And from the highlight side, what based on my analysis and my reading and my explore, I see is code review. So code review is suppose you have developed even code, or the Copilot has this one code. After that one, you have option to what is the review of that particular code and what are things it is supporting, and whether it is as per the standard or not. Those kind of information that you need to get it. Specifically, a user doesn't need any kind of the documentation for the guidelines of this particular code. Okay, and the second one that I have noted is agent mode. So I have I've done a quick execution of a playwright task, and it has seamlessly performed those operations. I'm going to show that one as well. And then third cool feature is the MCP, that is model context protocol. I think in the past 3 weeks we have seen about model context protocol from the various vendors. The concept of this is basically LLMs out of their nature of work, like analyzing or making the patternizing and giving the decisions. That is the core functions of the LLMs. But there are other tasks if LLM has to perform on the part of the workflow. In such case, it needs certain tools. It has to execute certain tools. So MCP is the one where this technology will provide LLMs to interact with the external applications and get the information. For example, getting the data from the database side, or getting the information from the certain source. So that kind of task invoke capability may not have, but using this one, so we can get that particular task the part of the workflow. Earlier we have to develop the custom code, and it is a costly compared to this MCP technology. That's why nowadays the vendor is exploring this one, and still it is in the initial phase, and coming months it is going to evolve much based on the needs for the agent mode. Okay, so these are the highlight modes, and shortly in the next session as well, I'm going to publish the MCP, because this feature is still in the preview phase. and soon it is going to GA, okay, from the Microsoft side. So the next one is what is the brain power? So what it has? So the brain power is, here we have the two brain powers. One is the human, second one is the AI brain power. So what are the the brain powers here? So these are the leading LLM vendors. One is Anthropic, who has been releasing their LLMs in the name of the Claude. So kind of versions are like 3.5 and 3.7 Sonnet, and OpenAI, that that we have seen the ChatGPT evolution, and they are releasing the GPT in the name of GPT, the LLMs. And then Google, they have been releasing the LLMs in the name of Gemini 2.4 Flash and 2.4 Pro, like that. There are other mini models also, various vendors are releasing. Overall, what I would like to say over here is, so it is not only supporting these models. There are several other models based on your pricing plan. You'll get to know those models, and if it is enterprise version, if it is a professional version, there are different models, and accordingly the cost also will be factored to your the chosen features for this particular license. Okay, but it is now available for the free version with certain the credits, and once it is crosses, and you will not be in a position to use the AI features. Okay, so in this one I'm using the free features so that we can explore these features and understand how it is can be useful in our real time. Okay, so we have Azure OpenAI models as well, and in-house GitHub models as well. I'm not mention all the details for here, but these are the models that currently available in the free version. What exactly we have is chart. Okay, other coding assistants, we have inline chart, or else context chart, because you have one window is available, and your assistant is able to understand this particular context and provide the information to you. Okay, and then quick chart, there is a the bar in the top in the VSCode, it is available, and you can use it based on your requirement. And then the general purpose chart, so it is not only giving the information on the fixing the code, or giving the generating the code. In addition to that one, general purpose, like you wanted to know anything about, it will give the information. Overall how this GitHub Copilot works is, so this GitHub Copilot is trained on the GitHub repositories. It's a lakhs of code. It is the lines. It is trained, and suppose you wanted to get a test of a playwright, and it will go to the playwright the database in the repositories in the GitHub platform, and generate the code based on your prompt. But you are the person to review that code and certify. Okay, so you should not completely blindly believe that code, but you should have some knowledge on the technology that you are working, and you should be in a position to certify that code. Otherwise it will create a errors during in our real-time work. So just keep aware, don't blindly blame the AI generated code. You have to certify after reviewing. Okay, and then again, what are the features, core features is that one is you can use this particular Copilot for the fixing the errors, and you can do code reviews, and you can ask this particular AI to, hey, explain this particular statement, like that. And then a documentation generation for the particular method or particular test or anything that automatically it will generate. At a time also it will generate. Okay, and then multi-language support. So not only supporting the TypeScript or JavaScript, support all the languages. Okay, so we need to explore all those languages as well, and I have already planned to explore this particular through interface for Playwright and Selenium based automations as well. Okay, so and other than what are the integrations it supports. Okay, so these are the prominent vendors. We have GitHub and Visual Studio Code and Visual Studio IDE is there, Microsoft, and Azure Data Studio, and then one second, yeah, Azure Data Studio, and then JetBrains IDEs. We have Python, PyCharm, and JetBrains Java IDE and Eclipse, and then Xcode. This is for the Mac systems code development, and this is the Niveo VM. This is a VM editor. So these are the editors. It will support and has integration. Okay. So in future we are going to explore Visual Studio Code already with the Playwright automation. I'm going to publish few valuable information, and for JetBrains IDEs for PyCharm, for Python automation, I'm going to publish. Okay, so this is the overview of the GitHub Copilot. Mainly, this particular Copilot is trained on the various repositories reside in the GitHub. Okay, so if it is enterprise, there is a strategy that you need to follow as per the enterprise. Then only you have to use it. Since we are on the public domain and we are in the the free version, so we can explore, but at the same time we have to be responsible while we are using the AI states. I have already explained in my previous the blogs what is the importance of the review. Similar kind of thing you need to follow while you are working on any of the assistant. It should be data privacy and safety and secure and responsible AI you need to follow. Okay, let's move on to the next. So GitHub Copilot vibeautomation coding, how it is. So I wanted to give you a overview and introduction on GitHub Copilot using the Playwright. Okay, you can use it for the general the purpose developing the methods, those kind of thing. But Playwright is our automation the framework from the Microsoft side in the open source area, open source domain. So and also it is going and it is currently it is in evolving phase, and there are a lot many features they are going to add lot many features added, and it is a good to explore at the moment. That's why I have chosen this one, as I have knowledge on the Playwright side. Now I wanted to expand and I wanted to integrate with this particular Copilot and VSCode side. Okay, let's see. Vibe automation coding. Okay, the Playwright with AI. Okay, so we have a Playwright project. This is and code base. This is the one, and we have opened this particular project in the VS Code, and you have initiated GitHub Copilot. Initiating the GitHub Copilot in VS Code it's very straightforward and very simple. So you should have a GitHub account. You know to log in with that one, and then automatically it will add it to the your VS Code. You don't need to install any extension. It's a very straightforward. Okay, once that setup is done, so you can play whatever you want, like previous instance how we generated the code, like that based on our need, give the prompt clearly and get the code generated. So edit with Copilot. So because this is the Playwright the project, it automatically, you don't need to explicitly say hey Playwright code. So it learns those particular the files entire project, and then it automatically generate. I'll show you. So what are the key things that what is the sequence that we have to follow is here while we are working on any of the AI assistance specifically to the the automation side. VS Code with the GitHub Copilot setup. First, anyway, setup is mandatory that we have to do it, and then use Playwright project. So you need either you have to create a fresh project, or you need to open the existing playwright project. And code the generate refactor fixed by AI. Either you have to generate or you need to refactor existing code or you need to fix this particular error. And then again next is to generate docs or comments by AI. So you have the code, you don't need to write specifically the comments on the header part of the particular method or test. It automatically generates. Okay, multiple files edits by AI. So this is the cool feature that I have seen. So suppose you have created the 50 scripts, but you have to generate the documentation for that one. So for each test, so you can use this particular feature and ask AI to generate the documentation. It will generate it, like we have did it in the postbot, right? Similarly, this will generate the documentation for the test that you have created. Okay. The next cool feature is agent mode. This is more of autonomous nature. Okay. That means assistant autonomously perform the task in your workflow. Okay, it doesn't need any kind of user actions. You have to give your prompt clearly, hey, generate a test script and execute the test scripts on this one so application, and it will generate based on your configuration of this particular the test that you have created. Okay, so I've done explore on this particular, and it has prompted and seamlessly executed. Okay, so what is this one? How the agent mode will work? So the task in prompt empty various employ various tools. That's what I told her, right? So integrated with MCP. This particular agent also integrated with the MCP. There is a architecture is there for MCP. We have a MCP, the client, host, and server is there. So I'll give overview on the integration of the MCP in my upcoming sessions. So how that is going to be useful to the automation side. Okay, so there are various purposes by having MCP as well in terms of the development side, but automation side also we need to devise and take leverage of that particular technology so that it will be useful in our day-to-day life. Okay, and next one is the self-healing. Here I have experimented one self-healing. Automatically it has detected and it has updated the particular element description. I'll show you that one. And second one is last one is the context base. Yes, this agent also will work on the the context base. You don't need to specifically tell that one, hey, you have to work on this particular file. Generically you can give that one, it will take care. But in case if at all if you wanted to give it to a specific file, you can give it. Okay, so this is about the overall is the features of the GitHub Pilot with respect to the how we can perform a automation for the playwright. I'll show you this in the screencast. So what is the setup? I'll just give you an overview. Okay, so here if you see, so here you can see the icon. This is GitHub icon. If you click on this one, it will present it with the next screen in the VSCode. See here, this screen. See this screen, setup Copilot. Okay. So it will ask for this one. See here. So sign in with the GitHub account or sign in with the ghc.com account. So generally we have a GitHub account and we can use it, or else ghc.com account means this is an enterprise account. Okay. So as we are using the the free, so we can log in with our GitHub account. Okay. And then next, once you log in, you will be presented with this particular screen. Okay, so you don't need any install any extension. The next is Yeah, I mentioned about three features, right? Three: ask, edit, and agent. So ask, you can ask anything. Edit, you are asking AI to perform certain operations, and then agent mode, which will perform the operations autonomously. Okay. The next, so these are the models. So you'll have option to select the models. See here. Okay. Claude 3.57, and Gemini 2.5 and 4.1 and 4.0 and O3 mini. This is the OpenAI. Okay. So these are the various, generally, previously they have not given any expose to the, these models. Only just they used to say Azure OpenAI models, but here they have given the flexibility to the selecting the models. But each model has its own purpose, and we have to study and understand what it meant for, whether it is meant for coding or whether it is meant for reasoning. That we have to understand and use that one. Of course, this will be taken care at enterprise level, and based on the guidance, we need to use a specific model. And also, this kind of the controls AI features will be under admin console, so it will not be available directly to the user in the corporate environment. It is completely under admin console. Okay, so this is the overview. And then coming to the agent mode. How the agent model, suppose if you have given one prompt, and so it will give the user to the select. I have given the prompt, and this is the prompt: execute test files and open the test report, perform failure analysis for the failed test scripts that I have given the prompt. So so before starting the task, it will ask user to the, hey, which one you want at a time, always allow or always in this session or always in the workplace. Tell if you want always allow, it automatically it will allow and it won't prompt. But for us to understand, I have not enabled anything, only I clicked on continue. Okay, so this is about the agent mode. Yeah, I'm curiously looking for the agent mode because I have explored the RPA tool stack and understand how the agent mode will work. But I wanted to explore it for the Selenium automation and playwright automation. Now I got into the agent mode, and still a lot more work to do using this one. Okay. And then next, let us have a screen cast quickly so that you can understand what GitHub team has developed the interface and how it is useful to the development and automation forums. Okay, let's switch over to the screencast. See, in the last year, Microsoft has released GitHub Copilot interface. This is like your ChatGPT interface or any other coding, interfaces. So in this one, it doesn't have any kind of integration with the VSCode. Now they have given the integration for the Visual Studio Code as well. Okay, so this is one way of taking the, here also they have given the different models. Here it is available. These are all under the preview. If you see the news in the various channels, you will find out what are the models. So don't worry about understanding and confusing about these models. Stick to any of their model. This is my advice. Stick to any of the model and know about the particular assistant, how to work, how we can quickly generate the scripts with quality, and how we can amplify our properties. And then the next is, let us switch over to the VSCode. Okay, so here I have a here I have the interface is available. Okay, so here if you see, I have this one. Okay, in this one I have used 20% is already completed and code completion also. So very miserly I am using this one. Okay, so this is the one. And if I'm clicking on this one, okay, so it will give this one because I have already configured, and uh, it will not give that interface. Okay, so now what I have to do is, here if you go to this with the quick chart, and then open quick chart, you can give it, or else control shift L, you can do it. Okay, and then you can ask for here. Okay, or else you wanted to switch over to this quick chart, here right click on this one, editor, inline chart, or explain fix will be there. And then mm, here a quick chart edit, again it will be, suppose, so for example here in this one statement, hey, write a test for open the launch. Okay, test to open, test to launch website. See, it has generated the playwright script, because the script, we are in the playwright the project, and playwright context window, it has generated that one. See here, this is the one. Okay, for example, I remove this one. This is this one. What I will do is this one. Okay, and then I have selected this one. Okay, uh, Control Alt I. Okay, Control Alt I. This open chart will be displayed. This I don't want. I want this one only. For now, I'll click on this one. So here you can take this symbol, this one as well. Okay, so again, what is that one? Oh, 1 second. Control Shift. Here you can do review using the Copilot. I told you, right? So it is reviewing that particular statement. It will give the inputs. Hey, okay, the regular expression example so and so, and if the title changes and so and so, it will give in the all. Okay, everything is, it is giving this one. Okay, there is a to have title and example domain. It is giving that information. Size set change. It is giving certain information, but you are the person to check this one and giving the information. Okay, you just discard this one. I don't need as of now. I want an inline chart. Okay, and Control I. Sorry. Okay, I have to take the select this one, and yeah, this one. Okay, what I will do is I write here comment to select statement, selected statement. So it has verify the page title contains the example domain. It has given that one. If you tell, if you wanted to add it, you can accept it. Okay, this is the one. And then what I will do is Control I. Hey, right here. What is that one? Doc. Add documentation to this test. That's one. See here. Here it automatically generated the documentation on this one. Okay, you just accept. See, here it is generated. Okay, So this is how we can use the AI features. And then chart. Let us go to the chart, Control Shift I. Yeah, you have to give the Control Shift I. This is the general purpose. Hey, here you can see earlier ask. I'll give the ask. Okay. Uh, Provide best practices to develop playwright test script, test automation script to validate uh, web table, I will say. Okay, let's see. Yeah, first it is showing the use locator strategies. Okay, like this one. In common table validation patterns it has given. Okay, these are the patterns. Count table rows first, cell content, validate specific cell data, and get cell row data it has given. What is the best the practice is use data test to validate. Okay, create page object or tables it has given the everything it has given in detail. It has given what is the model that I have used, Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Okay, so this is the general purpose. Hey, can you describe about page picture in the playwright? RIGHT. This one. What is the page picture? Okay, the page picture represents a single tab or window in a browser. It is giving the entire feature, this one. Okay, so this we call it as a general purpose. Okay, now let's switch over to the how the code will be fixed. Okay, for example, I have given the this one. Let's suppose this one. Okay, expert one I have given. Okay, I know that one. This is the one, but what I will do is control I. Hey, if you see here, either it will explain fix or generate it will do, or this one it will do fix. I'll do fix the selected statement. Okay. The problem is that expert one is not defined and it should be replaced with the expect, because in the learn whatever it is the methods it knows that one. Yes, this is the one, and then it will expect. Okay. So this is how we can use the GitHub Copilot in our whatever the automation. Suppose if you are doing the Selenium with Java, it will do Selenium with Python. It will provide. That's what I'm saying here. I don't see any issues now. Let's see how this will be. All these scripts will be executed in the agent mode. So before getting that one, what I will do is yeah, I wanted to generate documentation for all the test scripts. Okay, I'll just remove this one. Of course, if it is there, then it will not generate. Okay, let's see. I will not touch this one. Okay, I just given this one, and I'm launching the Control Shift I. This is the one. I'm using the edit. Okay, yeah, changing the chart model will end your current edit. The session. Would you like to continue? Yes. Okay, freshly it will start. Okay, so and then what I will do is, hey, so here we have to use the doc. Here different tools and edit test files with documentation. Edit test files with documentation. Okay, I'm just giving this particular prompt. If at all, if you want to add context, so okay, I'll give the folder. What is the folder I have? Test folder. You can give it. I have not specified anything. Edit test files with documentation. I just given one simple prompt. Let's see. See here, already has good documentation. No changes needed. Okay, test for add documentation for test group and hooks, and this one add documentation for the test and hooks. Okay, so for every file, this one you wanted to keep the this documentation or not. See here in this one, if you go to the test2, here it is mentioned, that one test navigation verification of key elements, and then test1, here it has given multiple statement, that's why test2 single this one, that's why it has given this one. So if at all, if you wanted to, you can modify or you can keep it. So I wanted to keep it this one. See, now it is keep it. Okay, so this is about continuously we can at a time we can edit the files. Now let's switch over to the agent mode. Okay, agent mode. Okay, yeah, so now agent mode, I have a prompt over here with this one. So in the agent mode, I'm not giving any context over here. Directly I'm giving this one. Okay, execute test files, open the report and perform a failure analysis for the failed scripts and provide the conclusion for the failed scripts. Let's see how agent will act. I have not given any the commands. I have not gone to the any command line interface. So what are the tests I have not mentioned? What are the tests it is available, it will test it. I have given the general execute test files. Let's see. So first it will ask allow test run. See, this mode wants to run all tests in your workspace. Okay, I'm just giving the command. If you are making the allow, always allow, it will not prompt this one, automatically it will take. So for my understanding purpose, I just kept it open. Just continue. So it is doing the agent is doing the test. Okay, it has executed all this one. Okay, and then it is asking, hey, run command in background terminal, show report. Okay, opening the report. Now the first task is executing the test script is completed. Okay, the second task is open the report and do failure analysis. See, it has opened the report for you. Okay, you don't need to go to this specific folder and see this one. Now it has given this information. Based on the test execution, I can provide the following analysis, so on so on. So it has given report analysis. So a report has been opened in your browser. Screenshot of the test execution are available in the test results, so on so. And conclusion, the test suite is currently is the healthy state and all tests passing. Test to specs which can see in the detail properly test everything. It has given this one. Okay, so would you like me to examine any specific file or help you with any modifications or existing tests? It is asking. Okay, thank you, I will say. Okay, you are welcome. Notice that tests have been executed so and so, or would you like to help me? That's what. So this is called agent mode. See, in the agent mode we have given the 3 tests and it has executed. For example, I have one test and I deliberately give the wrong this one. Which one? Yeah, playwright library 1, I will say this one. Okay, 1 I will give it. this one. Okay, so contains text playwright, but I have given the contains means library, it will take it. Okay, not this one. Let's see. Again, I'll use the same prompt. It has the option to save the prompts as well. Okay. Continue. So test one, it has failed because it has library one, but I have given the library. Okay, let's see. Showing the report. Continue. One failing test in so and so, and let me open the playwright report and for a detailed review. Yeah. Okay. So here it has given the include the number one. So here it has given the suggestion as well. The page is the playwright library. So if at all if you want, it will it can also fix it that one. Okay. So would you like to help to fix this test case, or would you like to prefer the the test issues? Please fix the failed test and run it again. Okay, so you don't need to do it. Hey, what is the that element description? It automatically identifies and it will fix it, the particular test script. Wherever it is failed, it is totally scanned that particular test, and the model wants to run all tests in your workspace. Okay, now let me run tests again to verify the fix. So it is asking to verify the fix. Okay, let's see. Not only fixing, it is asking you to execute this particular fixed test and see the fix is properly worked or not. If it is worked, then asking you to save that one. Great. Now pass successfully and use library. Is there anything else you would like me to help with? Okay. And if at all you wanted to keep that one, you just keep. Now that is updated with that one. So here you are not doing anything, automatically it is, updating and identified. But there are various challenges will come during the, the real time in our application. But definitely we need to take the leverage of this kind of, assistance to reduce the maintenance effort. So this is about the GitHub Copilot, and definitely I'm going to publish very, very valuable sessions from the playwright automation side, which is currently in the growing in the automation space. Okay, so this is about the screenshot of the GitHub Copilot with playwright automation. Okay, so let's switch over to the deck. So final insights. So definitely it is a kind of good assistant for the playwright. So playwright automation or any other automations, because earlier chart interfaces, we need to copy the code and entire framework we need to give it, and somehow we need to customize, or else piece wise, particular function wise we need to capture the code and modify, accordingly we need to do it. But at the same time, so this is a kind of handy tool because it is integrated with the coding assistant Visual Studio Code, and it is helpful, and we need to see how extent it is helpful. Okay, for a demo purpose or for an exploration, this is fine, but in the real world there is a different examples we need to apply and see how it is identifying the total entire object structure and how it is taking, how it is performing the identifying the failures and performing the fixes that we need to assess based on the your project and your guidelines. Okay, so what I wanted to make the the conclusion out of this is, yes, there is an assistant. We can make the leverage of this particular assistant in various ways. Okay, so in addition to that one, we have a agent models mode as well. So 2025 is going to be the more agentic, and every vendor is implementing their own technology stack in their the product. Definitely we need to explore and get hands-on, so that it will be helpful while we are dealing with any of the automation projects or any other repetitive task. So that's all I have from this short session, and definitely I'm going to publish very valuable sessions going forward using this GitHub Copilot, because it has its own you know mm, uh, roadmap already Microsoft has designed. I'm following all the Microsoft Copilot products, and definitely it is useful in our day-to-day life, and I'm going to publish valuable sessions. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have, and I'll catch you in the next session. And please skim through my, the blog, short blog that I have, that I'm going to, the publish. Okay, and if you like it, you can, subscribe subscribe to the Trivia by Automation. And thank you. I'll catch you in the next session. Bye.